Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gamecocks will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Georgia's offense takes the field to start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be hyped, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Colin.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Dogs!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. To the air, it's Sellers. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense has to do a better job affecting the quarterback, guys, on money downs. 3rd down, you've got to be able to affect him, and the pass pro that time was just way too good.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him. And that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Man, these plays are just so demoralizing for defenses. You did a good job. You got him in the 3rd and predictable situation. What does he do? Finds a way out of it, makes a big play. Now he's set up 1st and goal. Forget that play. Now let's hold him to a field goal.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. First down to start the drive after the break. They move the tight end all over. Give to the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's done. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quick release by the QB. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This offense is clicking. Clearly, everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
He's going to pass. Pressure coming. He makes the connection. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. When you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a 3rd down.
Touchdown, Georgia! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hunt. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Looking for a block. It's Evans. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Quarterback will audible. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Humphries. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll let it go down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Caught over the middle. It's Evans. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's back to throw on second down. Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, he drops the throw. And they got him for the sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Let's go! Slide 22. Slide 22. Go!
On 4th down, looking to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it inside the 30. They finally make the stop, and that's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from right at this point.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. The back goes in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Hines is tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Dogs look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Direct snap. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd short, what they like 3rd medium, 3rd long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
And the Dogs with the 1st and 10. Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender when being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Great job on defense. They did their film study. On third down, they're trying to dial up the screen, see if they can get these pass rushers way up the field, but no can do. They get a tackle for loss on the play, now setting up fourth.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry up. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dialing up a second down pass play. Makes the grab over the middle. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hunt. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Set up for second and short after that completion.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident.
It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Robinson. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Inside the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Snap from the gun on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. On second and goal, he carries again. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're just about ready to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack at another offensive odyssey. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Quickly to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on third down. He's going up top here late in the game. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Dogs! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Man, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback today, He could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Illinois. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snagged in the middle. It's Jacobs. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hunt. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to...
Touchdown, South Carolina! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Carolina, 7.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Quarterback checking the play. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking for a huge play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. He wants to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this one.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for the whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.